Hi, I'm Ben Staveley, the co-founder of SocialClique, and today I'm going to give you an introduction and overview of how SocialClique works, all of its features, and how you can get up and running in less than 5 minutes. SocialClique is allowing your business to start the influencer marketing journey quick, easy, and for free, and completely automated. We do this by turning your customers into creators by convincing them to make their first purchase by providing a personalized discount based on their social following, and then continuing repeat purchasing and the creation of user generated content for rewarding them every time they post about your brand on Instagram when they make a purchase. To get going, all you have to do is search for SocialClique on the Shopify App Store, and you'll be presented with this page here. Where you currently see an open button, this is replaced with install if you don't currently already have it installed. And once you complete this process, it will install on your Shopify app and look like the next screen. The first thing you're presented with is the SocialClique setup wizard. This demo store has already completed them, shown here with the green ticks. However, they are incredibly easy and take less than 5 minutes. The first three things you have to do is just read some initial kind of settings that you need to ensure are enabled on your business account. The second thing is log in with your Facebook business page. And thirdly, select the Instagram account that is associated to that page if you have more than one that you want to associate to your Shopify store and your SocialClique app. This allows us to retrieve mentions of your brand when a consumer mentions you on Instagram, as well as communicate with them via direct messaging. Once you've done this, the next thing to do is complete the Incentivize setup. This is our feature that allows you to provide a personalized discount to visitors of your store, either based on them providing an email address and or providing their Instagram details to you. The first thing you do is provide your email incentive. This can be an amount off an order, whether it be percent or fixed amount, or our recommendation, which is fixed free shipping. When you enable free shipping, you also get the choice of applying this to all countries or just specific countries. And you can also exclude shipping rates over a certain amount. For now, I'm just going to apply free shipping to every order. The next thing we can do is set up our social incentive. What I'll show you shortly is how this is shown to the end consumer. But for now, we're going to set up the discounts depending on how many followers your visitor to your site has on Instagram. Here we have some examples based on the bands that we feel are applicable to our demo store, where we are applying a percentage to all of the different tiers, and this percentage is increasing the more followers they have. And finally, we can set up some minimum purchase requirements. So here we're going to say that all of these rewards that we have configured above, there is no minimum requirements for them to use or receive this code, but if you wanted to, you can set these up. And now we can decide how we want to show this to the end consumer when they're on the site. We have options for both desktop and mobile if you want to show these differently. But here we're just going to talk about the desktop example. The first is the modal. This is replacing your typical sign up for our newsletter modal, but enhancing it with the personalized Instagram discount. On this example here, I'm going to present the modal once the user has scrolled 20% down the page. We also have a sticky button, which I will show you shortly and what this looks like, as well as a banner. All of these can be chosen to be on or off. And the theme of these banners, sticky and modal, can be in a light or dark theme, depending on the style of your site that you have set up. As mentioned, you also have different settings for mobile, as you may not want to show the modal, just the sticky or the banner, depending on the experience you're looking to provide. So now I'm going to head over to the demo store and show you what this looks like for the end consumer. So here we are presented with the banner, which I enabled. We are providing information about what discount they will receive if they just provide their email address, or the potential top tier discount if they have the higher band of followers on Instagram if they decide to connect via Instagram. The user can click on this to start that process. And we also have the get up to 20% promoted down in the sticky button on the bottom right, as you can see here. As you remember, we also created a modal based on 20% scroll. So I'm going to scroll down this page and you will see I am now presented with the modal. The same information is presented. We have the get up to 20% off, which was the highest discount that we offered based on the follower count, as well as the free shipping if you only provide your email address. So at this stage, very common experience that someone will be familiar with. You can type in your email address and choose how you wish to proceed. Obviously, the key here is we do want the user to connect with Instagram so we can capture their social information. However, if users either don't want to or they don't have Instagram, they can continue to sign up using their email address by using the link down here. But in this example, I'm going to continue through the social sign up process. So clicking this presents me with a QR code. This is because I'm actually on the desktop and I need to open up Instagram DMs to start this authentication process. However, if I was viewing this site and completing this process on a mobile, this QR code is actually replaced with a login to Instagram button to ensure that the experience is seamless for the end user. So I'm going to actually grab my phone and do this in real time and scan this code, which I have now done. And as a consumer, I'm presented with an icebreaker. We'll talk about how you can configure the wording. On this demo store, it says get discounts, and I'm going to click that button. So now I'm going to show you how this looks like in Instagram DMs. So here we have the Instagram message, and you can see the icebreaker that I have selected. And this is sent as a DM to the Instagram account that you connected in the setup wizard. Initially, we respond with a thanks for contacting us. We're currently reviewing your influence, and we will send a personalized discount here within the next 5 minutes. Again, this message is completely configurable. It can be up to 5 minutes, but typically you'll actually receive this within a minute or two. Now you can see I have received those messages. It's analyzed how many followers I have. I am actually in the lower band due to only having my family on my Instagram account. And due to that, I have been rewarded with 5% off my next purchase. All of this messaging is configurable within the settings of SocialClique, but you'll see here the most important thing is I have now been rewarded a discount code to get 5% off my next purchase. So I am going to copy that code and go complete my purchase. So now we're back on the demo store and I'm going to use my incentive. So I'm a everyday consumer shopping around and I really like the look of this snowboard. So I'm going to decide to buy this now. During the Shopify checkout process, the code that I receive via Instagram, I type into the discount code box and I hit apply. And you will see that the 5% that I was promised via Instagram has been applied. I'm now going to complete my checkout process using the email address that I used. I'm going to use some fake card information for now. And very quickly, I will place that purchase. As you'll see here, we also have a checkout extension that does allow you to provide further information about the social rewards program. This is optional. And again, if the user was to scan this, we just explain all of the different campaigns or rewards that we have for sharing content. I'll actually dive into this a little bit later. But now we're going to head back to Instagram to see how we've communicated with the consumer about their purchase. As you can see, because we provided a unique code to that Instagram account, we've now managed to marry their email address with the social handle that was provided to receive the code to the customer account that made the purchase using that code. So we thank them for their purchase and we tell them about our rewards. As you can see here, all they have to do is share their order on Instagram, they tag the brand, and in this instance, we have 10% off for a story mention, 15% off for a post, and 20% off for a reel. Let me show you how they can be configured in Shopify. So back into the SocialClique app, we can go onto the campaign section on the left-hand side, and this is how we reward your consumers for generating user-generated content. Part of our setup wizard is we do create 3 very generic campaigns for you. However, these are totally configurable, but we believe these are the best to get going. So I'm going to dive into a story mention here. I give it a name. So in this instance, it's going to be 10% off for an Instagram story mention. I can choose what media type I want this reward to apply to. And in this instance, as mentioned, it's going to be a story mention. I can then choose how I want to provide them another discount based on them providing this content. We recommend that you continue using the unique discount code functionality. However, if you wanted to create a more generic code, you can do that by using the shared code option. This is going to be 10% off. So here, just like we had on Incentivize, you can choose the amount of order, or again, free shipping. But I'm going to leave this on amount of order. I've got percentage selected and 10%. We can make this as flexible as we like. So we can say, actually, for that piece of content, they can use this code as many times or limit the amount of times they want to use it. Or potentially that code could be limited to one per customer, and it would allow them then to share it with other people if they wanted to. Again, totally configurable per your discount requirements in your business. And finally, we have the purchase requirements. In this instance, we've got no requirements, but you can say this code can only apply when you purchase a certain amount of dollars or pounds, and then also the minimum quantity of items. And then finally, this campaign has a start date. It's when you're creating the campaign, but you can change that if you want it to be in the future. And you can also set an end date if you wanted to have this campaign automatically expire. As the consumer, I've placed my order for my snowboard. I'm really excited about it. I've been told that I can receive another discount. Maybe I want to buy some snowboard boots or some bindings. So I'm going to tell my friends and family about the snowboard that I've just purchased. So I'm going to go over to Instagram now as the consumer. I'm going to quickly create an Instagram story. And I'm going to tag the brand. Let me just do that. So in this instance, it was SocialClique. And I'm going to post that on Instagram. So now let's head over to see what that looks like in Instagram. So as you can see already, the generic photo I uploaded has been pulled in. We know that they've mentioned us because I tagged the brand as a mention. And what SocialClique is now doing is analyzing that content, making it sure it doesn't disappear very quickly. And as a result, we will then like the mention and issue them the reward for posting this piece of content. You can now see that SocialClique has been notified about this piece of content. And the first thing that we have done is automated liking the mention of the brand. We now also pull that story mention back into SocialClique, which can be accessed via the content section. You can see that we have matched it. That means the piece of content has been associated to the customer account that we know signed up right from the beginning using Incentivize. And we're provided here an opportunity to speed up the verification of that process. Potentially, there might be content that you don't want to issue those rewards for, but in this instance, I'm totally happy with it, obviously, for the demo. So I'm going to click verify. So now that content is being verified, SocialClique will reward the consumer with the promised reward. And in this instance, it was 10% off for a story mention. So let's go back to Instagram to see what that looks like. The content has now been matched and verified to the customer that made the purchase using the Instagram account that we sent the original Incentivize to. And we have now rewarded them with that user-generated content they created. Here you can see we mention, thanks for mentioning us, as well as repeating the other campaigns that we have available and the discounts that you can receive, and provided them with the coupon code for that 10% off their next purchase. This consumer can then go on to continue to make another purchase, receiving that 10% off, and the cycle continues with them sharing content for their friends and family to see, obviously generating more traffic and sales for your business, but also increasing the long lifetime value of this customer because they are continuing to receive discounts for doing so. Now let's head back to SocialClique to see all of the other settings that we have available. So firstly, I'm going to show you the Influencers tab. This is where we provide all of the information about the people that have started that process with you. This is everyone, and you can see here that demo that I just created has the email address that I provided, as well as the Instagram account. It has the amount of followers I have and the amount of rewards I received. And I'm currently now classed as a creator. I've created some content about this brand. And if you very quickly want to filter through the different types, we have new. This is people that have completed the sign up process to receive their incentivization codes, but didn't go on to complete a purchase. But obviously, we now have their handles to message them if we wanted to. Verified are the people that then complete that using the incentivization, and we have both their email address and their Instagram account. We have the creators. This is the example that I am now. I have an email address, a customer account, an Instagram, and I placed a purchase, and I've created a reward. And an ambassador is someone that completes all of your rewards that you may have set up. Then we're going to head over to the settings. As mentioned earlier in the video, we have the opportunity to embed our kind of explanation of our social rewards to the consumer within your checkout process. We do this via checkout extensions. And here we provide some quick links to allow you to go do that. You can actually also provide information about your social reward program to consumers or just your email database via email. So everything that you saw through the modal, providing the QR code or the login with Instagram button if the user is on their mobile device, can all actually happen within your emails. So here we provide the code for you to do that. We recommend that you would include this in things like order confirmation emails or potentially any marketing communication you might want to run this campaign through as well. We then have the messaging. So as you saw, we send a few direct messages to the end consumer. All of these are totally editable. So beginning, we have the icebreaker. This is where you can choose what wording is used to start the process for the consumer. We default to get discounts. We have the joined. This is when they make a purchase using the incentive. The processing that you saw, which is when they start it and we're waiting to analyze their follow account. We then have incentive. This is the messaging when they actually use they use the QR code and they receive their first incentive. Verified is where they use that incentive code and they go on to make a purchase, and we make the association to a customer and the social handle that we sent the incentive to. And then finally, we have a couple, which is the about and the agent here, which are quick messages that the person can talk to agent or leave rewards and to get more information or exit the SocialClique program. And then finally, we have the reward option here, which is, as you saw, will get sent to a consumer when they do complete generating some user-generated content on your behalf. So that's it for the SocialClique overview. Hopefully that's given you a great introduction of how we can automate and allow your brand to start your influencer marketing journey incredibly quick, easy, and free. So hopefully you go and install the app today, and we look forward to having you. Thank you very much.